among the findings of our inspection were non-involvement and lack of consultation with beneficiaries and MMDAs, that is Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies. In almost all cases, interactions with beneficiaries and local authorities revealed that there was no involvement of communities and beneficiary institutions in the project selection and implementation, making tracking and demand for accountability difficult. For example, at Apidwa SDA Primary School in the East Akim municipality of the Eastern Region, the Assembly was unaware of the existence of an ABFA-funded project until the Public Interest and Accountability Committee team arrived. Same can be said about the Agogo Savior DA Primary School in the Asante Akim North municipality of the Ashanti region, where both the Municipal Education Directorate and the Assembly denied knowledge of the award processes of this project. Several other cases exist across the districts visited. Insufficient allocation to projects. The committee is deeply concerned about the paltry sums allocated to some key projects, which did not contribute significantly to the total cost of these projects. For instance, 15,323 cedis, that's Ghana cedis, was allocated for the surfacing of the Fomena town roads. Similarly, an amount of 15,970 Ghana cedis was allocated for the rehabilitation of the Nakori Dam in the Wa municipality of the Upper West region. It was not surprising that work had not been done at the Nakori Dam site. An interview with the assemblyman revealed that indeed no contractor had been to the dam site since 2007. PIAC is, however, not oblivious of the fact that most of these meager amounts were intended to be counterpart funds. But this does not in any way minimize the committee's concerns that impact evaluation becomes difficult with such meager allocations. Delayed execution and resultant cost overruns. Delays in the execution of some projects, particularly roads, have resulted in substantial cost variations running into millions of Ghana cedis with associated effects on value for money. A cost impact analysis of a sample of 11 projects shows the varying cost impact of delays and timely execution of projects. It would be noted, for instance, that bitumen surfacing of New Tafo Nobi Samlesi Anyabing feeder road, which was executed on schedule, that is between 2012 and 2014, resulted in cost savings of 360,969 cedis, 29 pesos, from the analysis of contract details obtained from the Department of Feeder Roads. On the contrary, contract documents from the Ghana Highway Authority revealed, for instance, that the Enyinaso Sechere Edumasi Road in the Ashanti region, which delayed for 3 years, started in 2011 with initial completion in 2013 and revised completion date of 2016, attracted a cost overrun of 28,856,866 cedis, 71 pesos, in fluctuations and variations. Shoddy works. Over 50% of school projects inspected showed signs of serious deterioration in less than 3 years after completion. A 6-unit classroom block at Apedwa SDA Primary School in the East Akim district of the Eastern Region had begun to sink due to poor siting and shoddy work, according to authorities of the school. And according to authorities of the school and municipal assembly, several attempts by PIAC to obtain further details of these projects from the Ministry of Education have proved futile. General observations. It is worthy of note that the construction and rehabilitation of projects without the provision of complementary facilities does not result in the maximization of intended benefits. For instance, a newly constructed 6-unit classroom block at Bishop Herman College in the Kwando municipality of the Volta region had no louvers, ceiling, locks, and furniture, albeit being in use. This was a rampant occurrence in a number of newly constructed and rehabilitated facilities inspected across the districts visited. There was a little coordination between the implementing ministries and agencies and beneficiary MMDAs in the selection, award, execution, and monitoring of projects. Consequently, the implemented projects in the beneficiary communities were usually not aligned with the priorities in their medium-term development plans. That is the medium-term development plans of the MMDAs. The committee has observed that the ministers of finance over the years have not complied with the provision of updates on the status of implementation of oil-funded projects, as required by Section 48(2)(b), which states that the minister shall actually submit a reconciliation report of the petroleum revenues, and the report shall describe the stage of completion of the programmed activities funded by and the expenditures incurred on the activities covered by the annual budget funding amount in the financial year of the report. PIAC is of the view that the thin spread of the ABFA funds over hundreds of projects across the length and breadth of the country has made compliance with this provision difficult. Recommendations. As a result of these findings and observations, the committee would like to prefer the following recommendations. 1. Payment to contractors for certified work done should be made promptly to forestall cost overruns and ensure value for money. This said, contracts for the execution of projects and any associated variation orders should be awarded only after it is certain that the funds needed to complete the projects will be available. 2. The selection of projects to be executed in the districts should be aligned with the Assembly's medium-term development plans, which incorporates the development needs of the communities. This will ensure the selection of priority projects. 3. Relevant entities should be actively involved in the selection, award, execution, and monitoring of projects in their jurisdictions to promote inclusiveness and ownership. 4. Project selection should be based on the sufficiency and availability of ABFA funds. Selected projects should be fully funded with petroleum revenue to completion to ensure easy tracking of funds and reporting. 5. Where the ministry is unable to fully fund a project with petroleum revenues, the percentage allocation to the project should be indicated. This will enhance monitoring and impact analysis. The relevant MMDAs, stakeholders, and beneficiaries should be duly informed of the different sources of funds for the project. 6. The implementing ministries and agencies of ABFA-funded projects should comply with the practice of mounting signposts at project sites to enable concerned citizens to demand accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2016, following the initial inspection of projects in the 3 regions of the North, PIAC wrote to the Ministry of Finance for explanation on the non-existent projects. The letter was dated 4th August 2016. As we speak, the letter is yet to be acknowledged, let alone acted upon. We are therefore compelled to compile a list of these ghost projects and refer them to the Auditor General for further investigation. Should any wrongdoing be established, PIAC will ensure the trigger of the necessary prosecutorial processes to forestall their reoccurrence. PIAC acknowledges government's efforts through the Ministry of Planning to engage district planning officers in monitoring and evaluation of ABFA-funded projects and programs. It is the expectation of the committee that the exercise would help the Ministry of Finance to provide updates on oil-funded projects in keeping with Section 48(2)(b) of the Petroleum Revenue Management Act. The committee is grateful to the MMDAs, officials of the Ghana Highway Authority, departments of urban and feeder roads, the media, GIZ, and DFID through its GOGIC support to the committee. Thank you for your attention.